Good morning, my friends. If you're over 60, I need you to stop what you're doing for just a few minutes because what I'm about to share today could have a profound impact on your health, your independence, and even the quality of the years ahead. Most people believe that getting older automatically means becoming weaker, slower, and more forgetful. They assume aching joints, low energy, poor sleep, and memory problems are simply part of aging. But what if I told you that many of these changes are not caused by age itself? What if they're actually the result of a few daily habits that millions of seniors repeat every single day without realizing the damage they're causing? Today, I'm going to reveal 7 common habits that may be quietly accelerating inflammation, weakening your muscles, draining your energy, and increasing your risk of cognitive decline. And here's the surprising part. The number 1 habit on today's list is something that almost every senior does within the first hour after waking up. Most doctors never talk about it, yet research suggests it may influence everything from metabolism and joint health to brain function and longevity. So stay with me until the end because that final habit could completely change the way you start every morning. Before we begin, if you're committed to staying healthy, active, and mentally sharp after 60, take a moment to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Every week, we share science-backed strategies designed specifically for older adults who want to enjoy more energy, more independence, and a better quality of life. And while you're here, leave a comment below and tell me your age and where you're watching from. Our community spans the globe, and it's always inspiring to see how many people are taking charge of their health later in life. Now let's begin. Number 7. Eating 3 large meals every day. For decades we've been told that breakfast, lunch, and dinner are the ideal eating schedule. Most of us grew up following that pattern, and many still do. But after age 60, your body simply doesn't process food the same way it did when you were younger. Digestion slows. Stomach acid production decreases. Nutrient absorption becomes less efficient. And your metabolism begins to change. What often happens is that seniors eat a small breakfast, skip healthy snacks, and then consume a very large dinner in the evening. Unfortunately, this pattern can place tremendous stress on the digestive system. Large meals may trigger bloating, fatigue, blood sugar spikes, and inflammation. I remember a patient named Margaret, a vibrant 74-year-old woman who came to my office complaining of constant fatigue and digestive discomfort. She was convinced something serious was wrong. But after reviewing her daily routine, we discovered that she was eating nearly 60% of her calories at dinner. Her body was simply overwhelmed. We gradually shifted her toward smaller, protein-rich meals spread throughout the day. Within weeks, her energy improved dramatically. She felt lighter, stronger, and more alert. The lesson here is simple. Your body doesn't necessarily need less nutrition as you age. In many cases, it needs better timing. Smaller meals rich in protein, healthy fats, vegetables, and fiber can help support muscle maintenance, stable energy levels, and better digestion. Remember, preserving muscle is one of the most important goals of healthy aging. Every meal is an opportunity to support that goal. Number 6. Taking long hot showers every day. Now I know this one may be unpopular. Many people look forward to a long hot shower as one of the most relaxing moments of the day. And there's nothing wrong with enjoying comfort. But it's important to understand what hot water does to aging skin and circulation. As we get older, our skin naturally becomes thinner and drier. The protective oils that help retain moisture decrease over time. Long exposure to hot water strips away even more of that protective barrier. The result is often chronic dryness, itching, irritation, and increased skin sensitivity. But that's not what concerns me most. What worries me is what hot showers can do to blood pressure. Hot water causes blood vessels to expand rapidly. In younger adults, the cardiovascular system usually adapts without much difficulty. But after 60 or 70, those adjustments become slower. This can lead to dizziness, lightheadedness, and in some cases dangerous falls. And as many of you know, falls remain one of the leading causes of injury among older adults. I once treated a gentleman who experienced repeated episodes of dizziness every morning. After extensive testing, we discovered the issue wasn't his heart, his medications, or his brain. It was his daily 20-minute hot shower. Once he shortened the duration and lowered the temperature, the dizziness disappeared. Consider using warm water instead of very hot water. Keep showers relatively short. And after drying off, apply a moisturizer while the skin is still slightly damp. These small adjustments may protect both your skin and your balance. Number 5. Avoiding strength training because of joint pain. This may be one of the most damaging myths in all of healthy aging. Many seniors assume that if their knees hurt, their hips ache, or their back feels stiff, they should avoid resistance exercise. It sounds logical. If something hurts, don't use it. But the reality is often exactly the opposite. When muscles weaken, joints are forced to work harder. Weak muscles provide less support, less stability, and less protection. Over time, this can actually worsen discomfort and reduce mobility. One of the greatest threats to independence after age 60 is sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass that occurs with aging. Without resistance training, this process accelerates year after year. Walking becomes harder. Climbing stairs becomes harder. Carrying groceries becomes harder. Even getting out of a chair can become a challenge. But here's the good news. Research consistently shows that older adults can build strength at virtually any age. I've seen people in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s achieve remarkable improvements. One patient, Harold, came to see me at age 81. He was convinced his body was failing him. Knee pain had limited his activity for years. He avoided exercise because he feared making things worse. We started with simple chair exercises and light resistance bands twice a week. Nothing intense. Nothing complicated. For months later, Harold was walking nearly a mile every morning. His balance improved. His confidence returned. And perhaps most importantly, his fear disappeared. If you're new to strength training, start slowly. Focus on major muscle groups. Use resistance bands, bodyweight exercises, or light weights. The goal isn't bodybuilding. The goal is maintaining the strength and mobility that allow you to continue living life on your terms. And stay with me because the next habit may be affecting your brain, your eyesight, and your risk of falling more than you realize. Number 4. Ignoring vision health and assuming declining eyesight is simply part of getting older. Most people expect their vision to worsen with age, and while some changes are certainly natural, many older adults underestimate how important eye health is to maintaining independence. Poor vision doesn't just affect your ability to read. It affects your balance, your confidence, your mobility, and even your brain. In fact, research has shown that seniors with untreated vision problems face a significantly higher risk of falls, fractures, social isolation, and cognitive decline. Think about it. Your brain relies heavily on visual information to navigate the world. When vision becomes impaired, the brain must work harder to interpret its surroundings. Over time, this increased cognitive burden may contribute to mental fatigue and reduced confidence. I remember speaking with a woman named Dorothy who had gradually stopped driving at night because she felt uncomfortable with glare from headlights. Soon she stopped attending evening events. Then she stopped visiting friends altogether. What began as a vision issue slowly affected every part of her life. After receiving proper treatment and making simple improvements to lighting around her home, her confidence returned almost immediately. One of the best things you can do is schedule regular eye examinations, even if you think your vision is fine. Eat foods rich in lutein and zeaxanthin such as spinach, kale, and eggs. Ensure your home is well lit, especially hallways, stairways, and bathrooms. Protecting your eyesight is about far more than seeing clearly. It's about preserving your freedom. And what I'm about to share next may surprise you because it involves something we all know is important. Sleep. Number 3. Sleeping too much or relying on sleep medications regularly. Sleep is one of the pillars of healthy aging. During sleep, your body repairs tissues, regulates hormones, strengthens the immune system, and clears waste products from the brain. But when it comes to sleep, more isn't always better. Many seniors spend 9 or 10 hours in bed each night yet still wake up exhausted. The problem is that quantity and quality are not the same thing. Some people believe that staying in bed longer automatically means they're getting more restorative sleep. In reality, prolonged time in bed is often associated with fragmented sleep and poor sleep quality. What matters most is spending enough time in deep restorative sleep stages. During these stages, the brain activates important cleaning processes that help remove harmful waste products and support memory function. One patient, a 78-year-old woman, told me she was sleeping nearly 10 hours every night but felt mentally foggy throughout the day. She relied on an over-the-counter sleep aid every evening and assumed it was helping. After working together to improve her sleep habits and gradually reduce dependence on the medication, she noticed something remarkable. Her energy improved, her thinking became clearer, and she felt more like herself than she had in years. If sleep is a challenge for you, focus on consistency. Go to bed at the same time each night. Wake up at the same time each morning. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid bright screens before bed. And whenever possible, address the root cause of sleep problems rather than masking them with medication. Because healthy sleep isn't just about feeling rested tomorrow. It's about protecting your brain for years to come. Now we're getting close to the end, and the next habit may be one of the most overlooked threats to senior health today. Number 2. Drinking less water because you don't feel thirsty. This is far more common than most people realize. As we age, the body's thirst mechanism becomes less sensitive. In other words, you can be dehydrated without actually feeling thirsty. That's what makes this habit so dangerous. Many seniors assume they're drinking enough because they're not thirsty. Unfortunately, the body doesn't always send reliable signals later in life. Even mild dehydration can affect memory, concentration, mood, energy levels, digestion, kidney function, and balance. It can increase the risk of urinary tract infections, constipation, confusion, and even hospitalization. I often tell my patients that dehydration can disguise itself as aging. Someone feels tired, forgetful, or weak and assumes it's simply because they're getting older. In reality, their body may just need more fluids. One gentleman in his 70s came to see me complaining of fatigue and mental fog. He was convinced something serious was wrong. When we reviewed his daily routine, we discovered he was drinking less than 3 cups of water per day. After increasing his hydration over the following weeks, his energy improved dramatically. Keep water visible throughout the day. Sip consistently rather than waiting until you're thirsty. Include hydrating foods such as cucumbers, berries, oranges, watermelon, and leafy greens. Small habits repeated daily often produce the biggest results. And now we've arrived at the habit I promised at the beginning of this video. The one that millions of seniors do every morning without realizing the impact it may have on their health. Number 1. Sitting down immediately after waking up. I know that sounds almost too simple, but stay with me because this may be one of the most powerful changes you can make. Every morning, your body experiences a natural surge in hormones that help prepare you for the day ahead. Circulation increases. Alertness improves. Your muscles and brain receive signals that it's time to become active. This period shortly after waking is incredibly important. Yet many people get out of bed, make a cup of coffee, sit in a chair, turn on the television, and remain inactive for the next hour. What seems harmless may actually be sending the wrong message to the body. Instead of taking advantage of the body's natural readiness for movement, we suppress it with inactivity. Research continues to show that even light movement early in the morning can improve circulation, reduce stiffness, support healthy blood sugar levels, and enhance mood throughout the day. The key point is that it doesn't require intense exercise. You don't need to run a marathon. You don't need to spend an hour at the gym. A simple 10-minute walk, gentle stretching, or basic mobility exercises can be enough to activate the body and take advantage of this powerful biological window. I remember a patient named Robert, a retired engineer in his late 70s. For years, his routine was exactly the same. Wake up, make coffee, sit in his recliner, and watch the morning news. He complained of stiffness, low energy, and brain fog almost every day. I suggested one simple experiment. Before coffee, before television, before sitting down, spend 10 minutes walking outside. Just 10 minutes. 3 weeks later, he called my office. I'll never forget what he said. He told me, "Doctor, I feel like someone turned the lights back on." His energy improved. His stiffness decreased. His mood lifted. One small habit created a ripple effect throughout the rest of his day. And here's what makes morning movement even more powerful. Natural sunlight. When you expose your eyes to morning light shortly after waking, your brain receives important signals that help regulate your circadian rhythm. This can improve energy during the day and support deeper sleep at night. It's one of the most effective and completely free health interventions available. So let me ask you something. How many of these 7 habits are part of your daily routine right now? 1, 2, maybe more? Don't worry if the answer isn't perfect. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is awareness. Because awareness creates change. And change creates results. Remember, healthy aging doesn't happen through one miracle supplement, one prescription, or one dramatic transformation. It happens through the small decisions you make every single day. The foods you eat, the way you move, the amount of water you drink, the quality of your sleep, the habits you choose to keep and the habits you decide to leave behind. If today's video helped you, let me know in the comments which habit surprised you the most. I genuinely enjoy reading your experiences and hearing your stories. And if you know someone over 60 who could benefit from this information, please share this video with them. It may be exactly what they need to hear today. Finally, if you haven't already subscribed, join our growing community of adults who believe that aging is not about decline. It's about adaptation, resilience, and making informed choices that help us live longer, stronger, and better. Thank you for spending these minutes with me. Take care of yourself, stay active, stay curious, and remember this. Your age does not determine your future. Your daily habits do. I'll see you in the next video.